Everybody. I am going live with an update. This is the Empress of the Salagi Dynasty, beneficiary of America and of the land, with an update from my desk. First, I'm going to say our prayer that we have been doing 100 days and 100 nights to protect our youth and, of course, ourselves. If you're a leader, say this prayer and meet this challenge. Hashtag leaders challenge. Hashtag protect our youth. 100 days and 100 nights, no violence. We started this prayer in April. So we're almost there, wrapping it up for 100 days and 100 nights of no violence. We are manifesting God powers. Say this prayer 3 times. You can add or subtract as you wish. The main part is to do this real ritualistically. I declare that our youth are protected morning, noon, and night. Each of them are covered with a shield of protection and a hedge of protection surrounding them. No weapons penetrate them or their protection. All negative energy intended for them has been consumed with love and dissolved into the black hole of no return. Say this prayer and affirmation daily for protection. I, Anifa, Empress Ninti El bey, now invoke the Holy Spirits of truth and love to shine upon all untruths, and I cut away any and all ungodly soul ties, generational curses between myself and anything or anybody else that may be attached knowingly or unknowingly. Ego attachments have been cut. All negative attachments have been cut, severed, and destroyed forever, undone, and not ever to be done, along with all that does not serve my highest and best good, our highest and best good, our youth's highest and best good. These untruths and ungodly soul ties are now broken, severed, destroyed, and dissolved, and transformed by the light in me, the Christ I am. I am now freed and healed and renewed in mind, body, soul, and spirit. I cast my worldly burden upon the Christ within, and I set myself free. For who the Most High sets free is free indeed. All people, places, and things not serving my highest and best good, our highest and best good, has been cut from us, from me, and our families forever. Undone, dissolved, and destroyed, now and forevermore. Thank you, Mother God and Father God. So it is, so it is, and so it is. And thanks to our Most High Creators and ancestors, mind, mantras, magic over everything. Ashe, 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 Wa. That's the prayer and the covering. That is a cutting of the cord prayer that you can say to cut the cords on all negative energy, negative people, places, and things that do not serve you and your family's highest and best good. Now I'm going to get into um, the order of the day, something that's going on in the news, and I'm going to give you my take on it from my perspective and from the sources that I deal with.
Can take your U.S. citizenship away or prevent you from
I'm going to get into it. So we have a lot going on with the borders. So decolonization is in full effect for all who don't know, for all who missed that class, for all who don't believe it, you'll see what's going on soon if you don't already notice that changes have been made and things are happening in America. So I'm going to address what this one attorney is saying.
Take your U.S. citizenship away or prevent you from entering. Obviously, if there's warrants out for your arrest, you're going to get arrested. Everybody still has to go through customs. So if you have contraband, drugs, goods that you haven't declared, yes, you could have some questions asked of you, or perhaps
So
even
he's saying that no matter what, nobody can take your citizenship away. Nobody at the airport can stop you. Nobody can take your right to come back into America from you. Okay, I'm going to address that. Hopefully, I'm streaming from two different um, devices. Hopefully, you can hear what he's saying. Basically, he's telling everybody, maybe you've seen his post, he's telling everybody that nobody can take your citizenship away. So let's hear what he
run
has
into
to
some
say.
trouble. But nobody with a passport can be denied entry or get deported at
He's
an
saying
airport.
nobody
The
with
only
a
person
passport
who can take
can be
your U.S.
deported.
passport away is a federal judge. And that would be
He's saying the only person that can take away your passport is a federal judge
a denaturalization process that you would
through
know
a
is going on well
denaturalization
in
process.
advance. So, U.S. passport, stop worrying. U.S. citizens must be allowed
He's telling everybody with a U.S. passport to stop worrying.
back into the United
Okay.
States. There is no person that
He's saying there is no person
can take your
whatsoever
U.S. citizenship
that can take
away
your
or
U.S.
prevent you
citizenship
from
away
entering. Obviously, if there's warrants out for your arrest, you're
or prevent you from entering.
going to get arrested. Everybody still has to go through customs. So if you have contraband, drugs, goods that you haven't declared,
He's
yes, you
saying no matter what you did, you can get into America with a U.S. passport. Okay, so there's been an order from a higher court that has been issued through the international courts of justice, down through the chain of command to the Department of Justice, Homeland Security, Department of Defense, Homeland Security, so on and so forth. As you see, Homeland Security is on the ground. No time up until now, last September, did we see any activity for Homeland Security. That is because the de jure order, the de jure law enforcement has been invoked. And for this attorney to be telling people that nobody can revoke passports, well, passports are being revoked for immigrants and people who are being decolonized. So that's why we're not really getting an explanation as to why people are now just being abruptly arrested by Homeland Security, immigration, and customs. It is because the land is being decolonized. They are not going to outright tell you this because the ones in control of the media are the ones that have been ordered to be decolonized, to leave the land. Okay, so they're not going to ever give you a valid explanation as to why this is happening, but that is what is happening. And I share these orders from the higher court in on my Twitch channel with more exclusive content coming straight from the higher courts and regarding the laws of the land as it pertains to America and the world. The entire world is being decolonized. So if you came here, if your ancestors came here, I'm just dealing with America right now. If your ancestors came here a generation ago, 2 generations ago, 3 generations ago, All things have to revert back to the du jour. All things have to revert back to the way it was in 1789, before the war, before before the land was colonized. Okay, the land has been ordered to be decolonized ever since year 1960 by the world leaders, United Nations Agreement, Declaration 1514. So in 1960, we experienced a great uprising in America and worldwide, where a lot of leaders were killed. A lot of leaders, such as the Black Panthers and others, were being killed. And everybody was fighting for freedom, fighting for their rights. Okay. That was because it was multilaterally agreed by the UN and world leaders and heads of state that the world is being decolonized from all colonial countries. They never did it. They never wanted to do it. They've been fighting ever since, having covert wars against us, the people of the land. They've been fighting us covertly all this time, systematically disenfranchising us, systematically doing whatever they want to do, and weaponizing the law, court systems, and official seats, because they have been able to be in control in this manner. But now we are finally at a point where we, the people of the land, have awakened. Okay, us as indigenous inhabitants, tribal leaders, are now walking in our true and rightful cause and authority. So now that we have stepped up and came into the fold, and taken the lawful stance to take the land back, claim the land back, because the colonialists, when they came, they said the land was abandoned. So this is why they created all of these corporate entities, which are dead at law. Okay, they created these fictions, legal fictions, in order to operate on the land, because they could not lawfully operate on the land. Okay, so they had to create the legal fiction. The legal fiction is a corporation, a LLC, a corporate entity. At law, that is a dead entity. It's a corpus. It's widely known in the legal field that it's a dead entity. So all this time, these dead entities, including courts and different political bodies, have been operating under a dead status. So only a dead status can deal with another dead status. Those of us who know this and have been coming forward and standing on our true status have been able to see remedy in that. Of course, the challenge is there. The challenge has been there, because everything that is going to change, it takes friction first. Okay. And I'm the first to tell you, I'm the first to tell you, it's been a lot of friction. It's been a lot of resistance, because the colonizers and the ones in control did not want to see the change. They do not want to see the change. But now they have no choice, because it's those of us who have realized our true powers and are coming into our true authority as it pertains to the law and giving orders. Okay, so now we have our own tribal courts. We are the highest court on the land, and we give the orders. Okay, this is something that me personally I can speak on. It wasn't taught to us, it wasn't taught to me. It's something that I had to be divinely guided to do. And that is where all of the challenges have came from in my life. But it's expected because it's change. I'm bringing change. Okay, I'm always the first to do something. I'm a trailblazer. I've been a pioneer in many things in this movement of the Moors, Aborigine Moors, Imperial Moors, and that is the reason why, because they don't want to change, but it's here. Now the change is here. So this is what I want everybody to be aware of, and you just need to know the truth. And nobody is coming out telling the truth. Nobody is coming out really saying what's going on, why Homeland Security and ICE and all these different groups of law enforcement are on the land. It has been invoked. The rights of the people, the heirs of the land, that de jure power has been invoked upon the land. So they have to come in and decolonize. So that's what's happening. And so I'm going to be giving the information out as I get it from the high courts, as it comes in to me, and as I make orders from my own tribal court, the International Courts of Justice, the International Criminal Courts, and the Royal Courts of Justice in London, England. Um, World leaders, Congress is who I communicate with from my own tribal court. So as I get the information, I will be bringing the information to my channel, and you can also stay tuned for more exclusive information at Ninti El Bey Live on Twitch on my live channel. And I will see you all tomorrow. Peace and divine love. Stay safe, stay focused, and stay informed. And I'm out. Now I got to figure out how to get out of this live, y'all. This is my first live. I don't know how to get out of it. This is my first live on TikTok.